Hey, welcome back, everyone.
We're returning to Rokkenjima.
Yeah, and I still don't know quite what the deal is here. Like, it just seems like they're giving us a whole lot of background detail to flesh it out, whereas the game really made it seem like it was going to it wanted us to replay events somehow. But we'll see. I mean, I believe it's your turn to start here.
What? What do you mean, separate rooms? So wait, you and George Nissan stayed in different rooms on purpose? Yes.
Because as you recall, I'm 16 and he's 24. Right? Someone in the comments pointed this out, and now it made it really distressing.
Is it really so strange?
Jessica's cheeks had been stuffed with a chocolate-coated Shinsuko biscuit that Shannon had brought as a present from Okinawa. And it all came flying out at Shannon when Jessica cried, Jessica, I spent money on that for you, and now it's all over my face. No.
The ultimate food appreciation is spraying it instead of saying it.
Oh my god. I appreciate this food so much, I'm just gonna, like, vomit it back up in your face. How's that sound? Does that sound good? Is that what you want?
No.
Okay, well then.
Shannon, why did you even go on a trip to Okinawa? You were even alone with George Nissan. Well, he said there was a huge zooquarium in Okinawa and invited me to go.
Oh, I know zooquarium. They've got the zoo chew. Is Zooquarium enough of like a cultural thing if you're on the internet that we can reference that and people will know what the Zooquarium is?
I hope so. It should be.
Zooquarium. The fish know they will die someday. I might have started drinking already.
You don't say. And I like fish and stuff. No, that's not the point. We're talking about a healthy guy and girl going on an overnight trip, right?
Jessica's like, why didn't you get to fucking?
And you're saying there weren't even any hugs and kisses, which is the full extent of that sort of thing. And seriously, what's up with the guy and girl staying in different rooms? As for kisses, no comment. But we did hug. George-san's chest was warm.
This gets even more tragic when you realize that it's really just George the first person to show any kind of basic decency to Shannon, and she's latched onto that as meaning that it must be, this is what love feels like. And like, as a 16-year-old, I get it. I really do get it.
That's not the point. Geez.
Have we ever seen that Jessica face?
She hates it. She's furious. Why do couples like this exist? Jeez.
Even Jessica hates the normies.
I can't take it anymore.
From Shannon's point of view, it was an incredibly happy trip for various reasons, but it looked like Jessica found their pace to be pretty irritating. Jessica's over here trying to speed run their relationship.
Yeah.
Now, make out. For a while, Jessica chewed her present, complaining about romance, pretending to faint in agony on her bed. Shannon and George had chosen to go to Okinawa because there was a huge aquarium. There was a huge zooquarium there.
I hear the fish know they'll die soon.
Oh my god, why is that really, really funny? Just be like, the fish know that they're trapped in a glass cage and they know they will die.
Is that funny?
Well, people apparently want to go look at it. Like, hey, look, fishes. Hey, Mom, look, the horror of mortality. Right there for all to see. It's my young Timmy voice. Oh, I love coming to grips with my own death.
Well then, we've picked the game for you.
They did this because the zooquarium had given the opportunity to start going out. Since their relationship had started at a zooquarium, having their first overnight trip also be to a zooquarium must have held some commemorative value. I keep saying a zooquarium like it's a chain. it's a chain zoo/aquarium.
Yes.
They've got multiple locations all across Okinawa. That's
like a huge commemorative turning point.
I love embarrassed Jessica sprite.
She's furious.
She's furious and embarrassed. There it is.
And your first overnight trip. How could you not make all kinds of progress there? What does she look like in the new...
Oh shit. I'll next time it shows up.
How could you not make all kinds of progress there? But instead, you both got separate rooms? A couple taking 2 single rooms? Geez, seriously, what's wrong with you? But we are both unmarried. George-san says showing restraint is good manners for a couple.
But whose benefit are you doing it for?
Like I said, the whole point of this overnight trip was so you could overcome that stage, right? You should be way beyond just kissing and hugging by now. Milady, I don't know what you mean by that. But George-sama was a real gentleman with me until the end. That is, I mean, I also wondered if those things would happen, but even though we are going out, I mean, it's not like we're married or anything.
Shannon, we need to talk about the date where it's fine for you to show your penis. Wait. Not that. What's the other one?
These things you seem to be expecting, should only be done after making a vow before God and/or some sort of murderous witch.
No.
Angry
Jessica face. No. Get to fucking. But
I am your new god. Make the vow and get to it.
But also don't. But I feel like we're playing both sides of the fence here.
Yeah. I think it's a dangerous game.
It's really we're playing with dynamite here.
Yeah.
Shannon's face got bright red. She made a circle with both hands, restlessly intertwining, separating and making her heart marks with them. Apparently, the dramatic progress Jessica had looked forward to hadn't happened, but it seemed to have been a very important experience for Shannon in her own way. In the end, whether Jessica was jealous of Shannon or made fun of her, it didn't change the fact that Shannon had a huge lead on her.
I want a boyfriend too. I can't believe you got ahead of me. Even though we promised that we'd find boyfriends at the same time, you beat me.
Wait, so are Jessica and Shannon around the same age?
Probably. You're a wonderful person, milady, so I'm sure you'll find someone wonderful much quicker than me. Don't try to console me, I'm not wonderful. I kind of suck. Shannon, you traitor, get out, shut up.
Normies must die. Jessica threw several cushions at her. But midway, she had an asthma attack and started to choke pretty badly. Shannon hurriedly ran over to a nearby side table and started reaching around on top of it. A cute basket was placed there, and inside of it was Jessica's bronchodilator. Next to her regular dilators. We've established this.
Don't get those confused.
Don't know. No, you do not want those going in the same order. Those are very important to keep separated from each other. Shannon picked it up and handed it over to Jessica. Jessica's asthma attacks always came suddenly. Because of that, she always needed to carry this medicine around. She breathed in the medicine and, after a while, managed to overcome her choking as her asthma finally settled down.
That's the stuff.
Is that kind of like what you have?
Not at all.
Beto, I want a bronchodilator full of what you have.
Duly noted. One magical bronchodilator.
I had a asthma thingy for a while.
Really?
Yeah, when I was in like middle school.
I didn't know that.
Yep. Now you know.
Now I know.
That's it. That's the end of the story. Shannon thought this was a good chance to leave and tried to exit the room after bowing courteously. She did, and one more small cushion came flying and hit Shannon on the head. She noticed that Jessica was on the verge of crying, half her face buried in her last and favorite cushion. That face was red and meek.
Milady? Shannon, be honest with me. Is my hairdo and stuff weird? What are you saying? I think your hair is very beautiful. Then, are my eyes strange, or maybe my nose? Or is it the way I talk after all? Is that why I can't get a boyfriend? Of course not. Milady, you are wonderful enough as you are. And I think your charm will keep on increasing more and more from now on. Eventually you'll meet someone who only likes characters with the cute little fang, and then you'll be set. But I'm the only one who can't find a boyfriend. Saku and Hina managed to get boyfriends, but only I can't. Is it because I don't have any charm after all?
Well, let me see your character sheet.
You put nothing in charisma.
I don't know what you expect.
You know, everyone says they'll bring their boyfriends to the cultural festival.
Okay, Jessica, I know this is strange, but hear me out. What if I pretend to be your boyfriend?
I was so sure I'd have a boyfriend before then, so I started bragging. There's no way I'll get a boyfriend. I'm the only one.
Before she realized it, Jessica was shedding huge tears. Jessica didn't really feel like crying, and of course she felt like supporting Shannon's progress in love as a friend. However, as she had cheered Shannon on, her true feelings had suddenly gotten mixed in, and she couldn't help but shed tears. Shannon understood Jessica's innocent and easily injured heart. The rough style of speech Jessica usually used was all just an attempt to protect that fragile heart. As a daughter and a successor to the Ushiromiya family, and as a girl isolated on Rokkenjima, the only person she could expose her true feelings to was Shannon. Shannon understood that, so she strongly regretted acting smug, even if it was only a little.
Sorry. I'm so weird crying like this.
Ever since I started the estradiol, it's been like this.
Sorry. You are a wonderful person, milady. There's no way you won't find a wonderful man. Two cute little things in this art.
Okay.
Worst, they removed the cute fangs.
There's one. Just a single one.
Shannon, it's about time, right? If you don't go quickly, Genji-san and Mom will get mad. I'm just fine, so hurry up. Sorry for crying like this. I'm such a moron.
Jessica faced away, acting as though she didn't really want to trouble Shannon, waving her hand as though chasing Shannon away. Shannon took that as a sign that Jessica didn't want to be bothered anymore, bowed her head, and left the room. When Shannon's footsteps disappeared into the distance, Jessica lay down on her bed, still hugging a cushion. Her expression was a little meek, with tears in her eyes. But for the first time in a long time, she had a very, very quiet house. Very, very quiet. Jesus. An honest conversation with her heart.
I also want to fall in love.
What? Jessica's straight? Am I the only one surprised by this?
I guess.
That was a really cool, I like how we're seeing more colorful variants of the same backgrounds that we've seen before.
Yeah. Which alarms me. Is it a love story now and everyone's gonna die instead of a mystery and everyone's gonna die?
Oh my god, is it House of Leaves now? Where it's a horror, but also it's a love story? Shannon happily watered...
About people who really love this one house. Did I get the right message?
You did. You did. As Shannon happily watered the flower beds in the garden, she sensed someone's presence. She turned around thinking that if one of the family had come to visit, she must greet them. What she saw was that witch.
Beatrice-sama.
Wait, how come you're in the game? Why are you both there and back here?
It's me.
Beatrice, are you just showing off now?
Beato Sports. It's in the game.
This is so fucking self-aggrandizing.
It's been quite some time. How are you? Has your relationship with the one you love progressed since last we met? Also, do you want to hit off this?
How can you offer her a hit? Also, I love the idea of Beatrice being like relationship counselor.
Have you considered, I don't know, like murder with 7 stakes? I don't know. This is out of my repertoire.
Whereas with my relationship guidance, as long as there's a non-zero chance, I will make it succeed. That's the guarantee. As Beatrice sat on the road jar, she even happily blew on her pipe. Sitting in very happily blew on that pipe. Oh yeah, very happily. Sitting in a place like that would crush the roses. And it might have been dangerous if the arch fell over, but this was a witch after all. Showing concern for her safety was probably a waste of time.
Yes. Thanks to you, it's going smoothly. Naturally, the effects of my magic are immediate. Perhaps you feel your meeting was a predetermined fate. However, that is a mistake. Don't even think fate has anything to do with it. That's a different game.
Oh, I played that one. I really like Sir Arthur.
I understand that.
The witch was calling attention to something. 2 things, actually. First, that Shannon's relationship with George was a fate that'd be absolutely impossible under normal circumstances. So what they're saying is not even in greater than 0 chance.
Mm-hmm.
Second, the power of the witch was great enough to overturn that fact. Do we know how it wound up shaking out? We just kind of jumped around. We don't know exactly what it was that happened. Like, where's George's wife apparent?
Yeah, I don't know.
Wife-elect, if you will. Shannon had just got...
The wife elections.
I mean, am I wrong? Am I wrong, though? I'm not wrong. Shannon had just gotten wrapped up in those sweet days and started believing the illusion that all fate revolved around her. But she remembered the witch's words. Originally, her relationship with George had been impossible. Unlike these motorcycle pricks outside. No, it might be impossible in the future as well.
Sorry, please forgive me. It's just like doctors. You cling to them when you're worried about your health, but after you're healed, you forget even to thank them. I've never been thanked as a witch, so I couldn't help acting a little rudely.
What? You've never been thanked before, Beato?
Yeah, thank me.
No!
See? What the fuck did I say?
Hey, Beatrice, I'll thank you.
Yeah, do it.
If you get this Wi-Fi working.
No.
Beato, I was gonna thank you, but it turns out there's literally a 0% chance of that happening, so I'm kind of useless there. Sorry.
Forgive me. The gratitude I feel has never slipped my mind. It's thanks to your power that I was able to achieve happiness, Beatrice-sama. And without that power, the fate that brought me and George-sama together would never have happened. I have never forgotten that. Beato has cute fangs.
Everyone in this game has cute. You want to see cute fangs in the...
The new art's not good. I don't like it.
The new art's not... This is perfect. This is perfect. How could you want anything else?
Sorry. It's not like I came here to bully you, although that is a side perk.
She does do that a lot.
Yeah, it's kind of my thing. Being rude is just part of my personality.
Hey, Beato, has anyone ever told you that being rude isn't a personality trait? It's just you being an asshole?
Yeah, the last 7 people that told me that. Have you seen the 7 Steaks recently? Yeah.
Just saying, there's a reason you don't grow as a person. I care about... I can't even pretend to do that.
Do forgive me. More importantly, I heard. So, you went on a trip alone with him.
I like how even Beato gets into the gossip here.
And you got separate rooms, you fuckers. All my fucking magic.
I think that's the exact opposite of what they were doing.
All my fucking magic for this. Ugh. I imagine it must have been quite fun. Yes. It was very, fun.
Shannon's face suddenly lit up. The witch laughed lightly as though amused by the speed of that transformation.
Already, the one you care for is more than the object of one-sided love. You're a pair of lovers now. When 2 people are filled with love, nothing else is needed to establish a complete world. Perhaps you could call that a wonderful, ideal world. Even witches would be jealous.
Are you?
Yes.
It's not the answer I expected.
1,000 years of unlicked toes.
Oh, is that it? Badler, don't be an asshole. Come on now, stop it. Stop falling for this, Badler. Oh, but you said it's been 1,000 years. Oh, hold
We
on.
skipped a screen.
Shit. Beatrice laughed pleasantly. That smile made her look as though she'd blessed the lovers' rendezvous from the bottom of her heart, without a trace of malice. After that day, Beatrice had shown herself before Shannon every once in a while. Even now, Shannon thought of her as an unsettling being. However, she was also indebted to this person for the magic that led to her current relationship with George. So Shannon tried with all her might not to act surprised or scared.
That's right. Beatrice-sama, I bought some sweets as a souvenir from our trip. Would you, like to try some too? Oh.
Yeah, I just hit this edible, just hit, and I really...
Yeah. I'm fucking starving. A souvenir for a witch?
Seeing that even a witch who boasted off living 1,000 years hadn't imagined that she'd receive a souvenir from a sweet lover's trip. When she saw that surprised expression, Shannon thought this witch as a friend for the first time.
Oh, an Eastern cookie made from wheat flour and lard. To wrap that in Western chocolate is truly a blending of the Japanese and Western styles, the Silk Road of sweets.
Hey, Beato, you ever heard of a Kinder egg?
No, what is it?
Never mind.
Okay.
That's a good face! That's a good face! That's a good face! Oh, that's a really good expression!
It's better in the original.
It is, but that's a really good expression. Like, we can agree there, right? That's really good.
Yeah, it's better in the original.
It is better than the original. Like, what?
What's so funny? Nothing. My apologies.
This witch, who surely held a terrifying power, was chomping down on sweets one after another, making a sound like a squirrel stuffing walnuts into its mouth. After a while, Shannon couldn't conceal her laughter.
Is this the arc where we just make friends with Beato and everyone's fine?
I like it. I like it. Beato, don't eat all those chocolates, it'll go right to your toes.
A good meal. I should serve you some dolce vita from Nero one of these days. Roses are the symbol of eternal love. I believe a rose dolce would be appropriate for you now.
The witch was in a great mood, fully enjoying modern candy.
Here. I truly am grateful. I believe you've done more than enough for me already, so I'm returning this.
The thing Shannon had softly set on the table was a gold-colored butterfly brooch.
There is no need to return it. If you continue holding that, your relationship should remain firm in perpetuity. Nudge, nudge.
I couldn't think of a funny gag to riff on there. You set me up and I failed. Oh no.
Maybe it was the power of magic that brought us together, but I think only the two of us working together can turn that into something that lasts forever. Love and roses are the same. Too much fertilizer causes the roots to rot. Some flowers cannot be raised without hard work. In that case, do as you wish. You may wear it or keep it in a box. That is my goodwill given to you. Having you return it to me won't please me at all. My apologies. That's not what I...
Hey, can I have a brooch?
Sure, let me gift wrap it real quick.
That's not a brooch, you're gift wrapping.
No harm has been done. That brooch is already yours. If you treasure that proof of our friendship, it would indeed bring me some comfort.
AU, where Beatrice is just going around making everything's a little bit nicer for folks.
I got bored of murder. It's been 1,000 years. I just want to, make people's days slightly nicer.
Wanted to try some new things now.
Yeah. And then murder the... Wait. Old habits die hard, huh?
Much like these people.
You may hold on to it and gain its benefits, or...
It also gives +6 to charisma.
Yeah. Or you may keep it in a box. It also gives you an erection lasting longer than 4 hours. if you wish, you may even give it to another who is worrying about love.
Wait, Beato, why do you get erections?
Magic.
I accept this answer at face value. It's probably for the best, Badler. All witches can get erections lasting longer than 4 hours. It happens with overuse of magic. Talk to your local wizard about it.
Or you could simply treasure it. Of course, it would pain my heart if you wasted it.
According to Beatrice, she had appeared several times in the past in response to a person's summons to give them some tool imbued with magical power. However, when most people used that power to resolve their worries, they quickly grew unsettled by it, forgot their former gratitude, and threw away the tools they had been given with disgust. Is that a huge, Did Kinzo do this? And this is all about him fucking trying to absolve himself of throwing away Beatrice's gratitude?
I don't know.
I don't know why that sticks out to me, but we do know that Beatrice favored Kinzo.
Mm-hmm.
With the magic that grew his empire there, which is the gold, presumably. And I wonder, even though Kinzo seems to be very devoted to Beatrice now, maybe that wasn't always the case.
Maybe.
Just thinking.
So, it is quite rare for me to be thanked for my goodwill. In fact, this might even be the first time.
I don't have a haha.wave ready to go, which is important. That's my own fault. The witch laughed heartily, but it looked like a sad laugh in Shannon's eyes. She herself had been like that in the past. No, maybe she was still like that now. Beatrice was definitely a witch with a strange and terrifying power. Most people probably wouldn't want to stick around her if they could help it. Surely even those who had relied on that strange power sometimes felt fear rather than gratitude as a result. It must have deeply hurt the witch to have that happen over and over. Since the time she had started thinking that way, Shannon had tried to stop being frightened of Beatrice. This was truly something that had tormented the witch for over 1,000 years. All she wanted was a friend.
And let's be real, some chocolates.
Those are good too.
Yeah.
Beatrice, do you have any of those chocolates left over?
Chocolates left over? I don't understand this sentence.
Yeah, you wouldn't. Maybe she really liked those sweets. Beatrice, who normally spoke abusively, praised the black tea that Shannon had served her and looked to be in remarkably high spirits. After doing that for a while, the witch head and the servant grew animated in their discussion of the trip with George. Things Shannon actually knew about Beatrice were surprisingly few. First off, she was a ghost-like being who appeared in unexpected places at unexpected times. And it seemed that not everyone could perceive that she was there. Apparently everyone has something called a wavelength. The ability to perceive witches varies greatly among different people. Only Shannon and Ken could interact with her enough to exchange words like this. There were a few people who could sense her presence, but most people couldn't even feel that much. From what Beatrice said, Kraus and his wife in particular had 0 magical talent. Interesting. Good to know.
Ooh.
Wait, that's Kraus and Natsuhi, right? But Natsuhi did get Beatrice to appear before her to challenge her to a duel.
Ultimately, yes.
So that means magical talent, even if you have 0 magical talent, the witch can still appear before you.
Perhaps. I don't know.
Huh?
What I was thinking was, perhaps that's how Battler's dad knew he was gonna die. Perhaps he does not have Perhaps he does not have 0 magical talent.
But not enough to see Beatrice? Just enough to know that she was there?
Yeah, just enough to be like, okay, family conference. Oh, fuck. There's a witch here. We're all dying tonight.
We dying tonight. Cool. And no matter how much she followed them around, they would never notice her. Once earlier, when Shannon messed
Notice me, senpai.
All right, Beto, out of the whole cast, who do you want to notice you most?
That cool witch, Beatrice. She's the coolest one.
Wait, you don't notice yourself? That's really sad. If I cared. Which I don't. Get on with it. Once earlier, when Shannon messed up and Natsuhi got really mad at her, Beatrice had started playing around, hitting Natsuhi on the head with her pipe.
Is that why Natsuhi always has a headache? Because Beato follows her around all day going whack, 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 whack.
Oh, that's so funny! Oh my god! That better be the case. Just go whack. It's like,
oh, my headache. Why does it always happen when I go in front of the painting? Oh.
Wow!
It feels like I just got smashed over the head with someone's fucking bong.
So whenever she gets a headache, it's just Beato wanting to get her out of the way for what? It's like, time to give this asshole a headache. Bonk, bonk, bonk. Natsuhi really doesn't notice a thing. But Shannon, watching that, had burst out laughing without thinking and gotten scolded even more.
Then, what about the master? I hear he's been doing research in magic, so I'm sure he'll be able to notice you, Beatrice-sama.
Ooh!
Kinzo is the same. He also has a pitiful lack of magical talent. It's the blood. He has so little talent that I pity him.
Wait. So she's saying that it's somehow genetic, it's in their bloodline, that they have very little talent.
Mm-hmm.
So that goes down through the entire family, which explains why the servant staff can largely see and notice her.
Yeah.
And Kinzo, I could buy that he's worked at it for most of his adult life.
What if Kinzo's deliberately selecting servants and running his orphanage and stuff, trying to find people who have magical aptitude to sense Beato and stuff?
That's a really good thought. My other thought was, we still don't know who
Maria's dad
is.
It's Beato.
What? And Maria definitely does not come from within the family.
Maybe she does. I don't know.
Maybe. As soon as they started talking about Kinzo, it felt like the atmosphere around Beatrice changed. She had spoken about Kraus and the rest's lack of magic talent, as though she looked down on them, but she spoke of Kinzo in a different way. Anyone connected to the Ushiromiya family would know about Kinzo's legend of the gold. According to that, Kinzo was given the gold after summoning the witch, Beatrice.
That's me.
Beatrice, if you keep jumping in every time they mention you, this is going to take forever.
Yeah.
Just want you to know that.
Okay.
Okay. In other words, she must have had some kind of relationship with Kinzo.
That was because he succeeded despite having not even a scrap of talent.
Damn!
He kept studying by himself like mad and managed to become a magician. And that's something really incredible, right? Indeed.
The witch, who usually looked down on people, was uncharacteristically offering her praise. While she lambasted him by saying he had no talent, she praised his efforts.
And then the master summoned Beatrice-sama with the power of magic. Indeed. Well, I only answered the summons on a whim. After all, in this period where magic has long been denied, here was a man who was without a scrap of talent, yet so desperate to succeed. I thought I'd drop by and poke some fun at him, and that's when my luck ran out.
If there wasn't any magic in this era, how come I can't get a... Well, how come you don't have Wi-Fi? How come I can't get a cell phone signal in here? Is this a Faraday cage? What the hell have you done? I can't even call like an Uber to get a... Do you know
Astral Uber.
Beatrice, what the hell have you done in here?
Cackle, cackle, cackle.
You have to do the cackles. If you don't do the cackles, I don't advance. Her choice of words highlighted how much of a disaster this had been for her. Shannon hesitated over whether it would be safe to continue this discussion, but Beatrice continued on in her own, ignoring Shannon.
After all, his contract did have a proper format and set of rules. Contract. Various procedures were mixed up, but, well, in deference to his enthusiasm, I graciously accepted it. Then I gave him a mountain of gold. And then the master used that gold and succeeded in business and grew his wealth into what it is today.
Why are we rooting for the capitalists in this game?
To be fair, I think the one way to get rich that isn't deeply exploitative and horrible towards others is to simply summon a mountain of gold in a magic ritual.
Okay, fine, yes. Okay, I can accept that.
Indeed, his talent in magic was minimal, but it seems he had a knack for business and gambling. Or perhaps it was due to the bravery and madness that led him to risk everything on unreasonable bets. Madness sometimes acts as magical power.
We already made the joke about Jabami Umineko, right?
Yes, we did.
Alright, just making sure.
I see. If you look at it that way, perhaps it isn't quite fair to say he was completely lacking in magical talent.
So Kinzo's whole thing about playing the odds and taking risks was him compensating for a lack of actual talent and trying to, like, that was him trying to punch above his weight grade, right?
Yeah, bet it all on one flagrantly unlikely outcome, and with the strength of your...
Yeah, okay, fair enough.
The strength of your wild belief in improbable success, accidentally miracle.
Fair enough. Shannon felt like she was daydreaming, while everyone in the Ushiromiya family... Ushiomiya.
Oh.
Did we add an R in there?
It should be Ushiromiya. There's a missing letter here,
Oh, okay. I thought I'd been pronouncing it wrong this entire time, and I was ready to fucking lose my mind. Knew the story of how Kinzo idolized black magic, summoned a witch, and received the gold. In actuality, it was all rambling that no one believed in.
That or Beatrice stole the letter.
God. And now Shannon was having this story confirmed by the witch herself.
By the end of it, they'll just be the Ooh family. Oh, fuck.
She felt a little flustered by this incredible secret that only she knew.
Once Kinzo gained his vast fortune, he could realize every dream that can be satisfied by objects obtainable in the human world. And in the end, he searched for the truth of this world. The truth of this world?
You see, we're in something called a visual novel. We're all just actors on a screen in front of other people.
The single element that makes up the world. Kinzo, who had gained everything one can obtain in the human world, searched for that, the final desire humans seek.
The single element. She seemed to remember the witch using that word before. When Beatrice saw Shannon trying to remember what that was, she laughed bitterly, waving her hand and saying there was no need to worry.
I underestimated Kinzo just a tad. I truly didn't expect him to display such power. And thanks to that, I'm in this state. I've been sewn in place on this island for several decades now, without even a friend to drink tea with.
Oh, so Kinzo bound her somehow to the island.
Because Kinzo was too horny.
Yeah, apparently.
No matter whom I try to talk to, my voice doesn't reach them, and no matter where I go, I cannot do anything. Such boring decades.
Have you tried playing Uno? Or maybe a nice rousing game of Monopoly?
I don't have it. It didn't come on my Xbox.
Oh, that's unfortunate. I hear you can download it from the game store. Yeah, if only you had Wi-Fi. She laughed in self-derision. She tapped her teacup with her finger. Made the light sound of pottery. Shannon didn't know whether the word self-derision was really an accurate expression to describe the look on the witch's face. Shannon didn't understand everything, but she could more or less figure out the situation. It was probably a topic that she couldn't press the witch on easily. Not unless the witch started talking about it herself. Gonna have to press the witness now? Thanks for pressing me. To sum up everything she had said up until now, Beatrice, who had been summoned by Kinzo's magic, could not leave this island for some reason. And she had lost her power and her form, living her days in boredom. During that time, her words would reach Shannon, who never forgot to show sincere respect for the witch. And Shannon had helped the witch regain her power, if only a little bit. As a result, it was now possible for the witch to drink tea with Shannon like this. Best friends.
Best friends. Beatrice-sama, what in the world was that mirror you told me to break? That. Long ago, it seems various things happened on the islands around this area. Because of that, malignant forces gathered here and began to draw in an evil distortion. Seems a traveling Eastern magician or something built a shrine for the repose of souls and sealed them in there. That in itself has nothing to do with me, but unfortunately, that magical power rested on a different foundation than mine. It created a strong interference with my magic and was extremely bothersome. Is that how it was? And I just assumed it existed only to seal you, Beatrice-sama. I was not its target, but it was a divine mirror. As a result, my power was sealed away. To use food as an example, maybe it would go something like this.
Beatrice, why do you always use food?
It's like a canteen that has a hole in the bottom.
Oh my god.
Let's say the Western food I ordered is being made in the kitchen, but I'm already super hungry. However, when they try to set the table, the area for the guest seating is in the Japanese style with Japanese style dishes. So the kitchen is unable to serve a plate that would be out of place, and no matter how long I wait, my Western food won't arrive. Something like that. Did I mention I'm still hungry?
It's your home, Beatrice. You just go get something. Do you want me to make you popcorn?
Yes.
Okay, where do you keep the popcorn?
Beats me.
I see why you're hungry now.
So, you destroyed that Japanese-style guest seating and returned the area to a blank slate for a time. Thanks to that... Wait. Suddenly, I'm talking like Shannon.
Whoa! That's so cool! Can you talk like me?
Kinda.
Whoa!
That's how magic works. So, you destroyed that Japanese-style guest seating and returned the area to a blank slate for a time. Thanks to that, the meal I had ordered was finally delivered. Thank God. And my power came back, you could say.
Wait, why are you hungry? Do you want some of my French fries?
Yeah.
I just DoorDashed. Battler, how do you get a signal in here? What are you talking about? You don't need a signal to DoorDash. You just press the button on your app, and it gives you fries.
I love the idea of Battler being so out of touch and on the wrong wavelength that he can DoorDash directly to the astral plane here because he just doesn't get what's going on.
Would you like some?
Yes.
I had them add extra salt.
Yes.
You may take one.
Okay.
Just one. That was two. I saw it.
However, so far, only the fries have arrived. It'll still be quite some time before the burger. As I am now, I'm even more fragile than a shoe store fairy. See, I used a non-food metaphor.
Really? I see you going around licking shoes all the time.
No comment.
Oh, I was ready. I was ready for it.
What's so amusing?
Confused Beato face.
Nothing. I just thought your metaphor was pretty funny. I never would have thought to use a story about food as a metaphor for literally every time I talked. I thought it a rather skillful comparison, but I certainly didn't expect it to be laughed at. I'm a bit offended.
A slightly sulky expression rose to the witch's face. It wasn't a strange expression at all to be appearing on the faces of some friends as they enjoyed their tea.
I came here to eat free chocolate and drink your tea, and I'm feeling so attacked right now.
So much for the tolerant house staff.
Although I may not look it, I was known for doing extremely brutal things in the past arc. I've gotten soft. Now I can even have a foolish discussion while drinking tea with a human.
Oh, you know you like us.
You're squishy and the inside bits are pretty cool.
What? I'm squishy on the inside? But she was probably talking to herself. As Beatrice gazed at the seabirds tracing the horizon, she put her tea to her lips again.
The clouds have come out. I'm happy for them.
Aww.
When the ocean loses its brilliance, it's nothing more than a gray puddle. You think so? I think the ocean is a beautiful deep blue, even when it gets cloudy.
Oh, so Shannon believes that colors are inherent in the object itself. Okay, interesting. Maybe the witch noticed the deep meaning behind Shannon's words. She laughed lightly and set down her empty teacup.
It seems those things buried in your eyes aren't black pebbles anymore. How is it? Do you see how it feels for furniture to be reborn as a human? What? Yes.
What do you mean, what? This was from the last episode they were talking about.
Okay. Whoa.
Oh,
You got the mic.
Damn it, Michael.
Oh, I hit a button.
Damn it. I think we're fine.
Let's check.
It says we're recording still.
Yeah, but let's check. Okay, good. There's still sound.
Hi.
Yes. I never knew the world was this kind.
Since the start of her relationship with George, Shannon's face has grown brighter more often. Her smile made everything go smoothly and had even changed her fortune. Shannon made less mistakes in her work than she had before, and the family members' opinion of her was slowly starting to change. Wait, hear me out. What if this isn't a flashback? What if this is a different series of events?
Almost certainly it is.
I think I just assumed it was a flashback because the last round ended with George proposing to Shannon, which maybe he was going to do anyway, which would have really whack implications.
Mm-hmm.
But what if this is just a different series of events leading up to that? I don't know, I'm thinking. Just the other day, she'd been surprised when Krause, who rarely exchanged words with her, had suddenly started talking to her. Nah, you've been wanting a splendid smile more often lately, haven't you? Has something good happened? Nah.
No.
Do you have something to laugh about?
No.
Nah.
But every day is fun, yes?
I hear. Every day is great.
Every day is cool when you're part of a team.
Oh, I was gonna say every day is great at your, some kind of big shopping market. Nah, come back to me on that one. Wonderful. It goes without saying that coffee is more delicious when poured with a smile. Could ask for that smile once more.
Krause is a smile more guy.
Yeah, he is. Did you expect anything different?
No.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
That had become a chance for Shannon to gain confidence in herself. Of course, it didn't go beyond her own heart, and it wasn't so big a change that anyone would notice. But she had begun to change bit by bit. Shannon understood it clearly. Knowing love was the same thing as gaining a soul. The same as being reborn from a furniture into a human. There was absolutely nothing mistaken in Beatrice's words. By knowing love, Shannon had learned what it was to be human.
These have been unusual snacks. What'd you put in them?
Weed!
Oh, thanks. You could have told me first, though. I'm gonna have to buckle up.
Oh, no, not those ones. That's the acid.
Oh, okay. It was time well spent. It's probably about time for you to return to your work. So let us end our tea party now. After all, it seems a certain person doesn't like seeing us drink tea together. Huh?
The witch gripped a teaspoon and flipped it with her fingers, sending it up in the air. After that, it was launched by the fingers of some invisible person and flew straight into a nearby bush. The bush shook violently and Cannon came out. It seemed like he had been there for some time watching their tea party. The spoon was gripped in his hand. Oh, wow, Cannon, nice. Cannon's secretly badass.
Probably.
If he hadn't caught it in an instant, it might have hit him hard in the forehead and caused him to start oozing blood.
Wait. Did he confront Beato in the first arc?
He did.
Because he thought no. That was the first part of the sentence.
Okay.
Did he confront Beato in the first arc because he thought he had a chance of winning? And he did?
Oh, wow, maybe.
Do not worry. Our tea party is over now, Cannon.
Help yourself to some of the edibles.
Yeah. But, like, buckle up.
I'm gonna be high as a kite tonight, she says, fly, like literally
rising into the air.
They come back 2 hours later and Beto is just still is like hanging out like 30 feet above the ground.
The come down is a bitch. Just drops from 30 feet in the air to ground level. How long were you there? If you had called to us, I'd have poured you some tea, too. I imagine that you didn't want to interrupt a pair of women talking, right?
Cannon kept silent, but there seemed to be a slightly hostile look in his eyes. On the outside, he acted with respect, but unlike Shannon, Cannon did not trust the witch.
Yeah, you'd better.
When Beatrice hit the table with her pipe, the tea set turned into gold butterflies, which flew upwards all at once. They then scattered every direction, and the cleanup was already done.
See, super convenient, right? I don't have a dishwasher.
You telling me you just buy new dishes every time you need to?
What's this word buy?
Oh my god, Beato, we need to talk now.
It was fun, Shannon. Let us meet again if the chance arises. My magical power is still quite lacking. It's tiring even to show myself.
If you're that tired, please never appear again.
Wow, rude.
Cannon had said it in a small voice, but the witch seemed to have heard it perfectly. She giggled but did not reply.
Shannon, tell me more about George at our next tea party. There are no snacks sweeter than a person's love life.
She's in gossip. Oh my god.
See you again. Why does she have the same personality as Jessica?
Right? Right, though.
So it's gotta be a fake out, though, because she looks like and has the same personality as her, so it must be deliberately trying to set us up.
You think
for
it's
something.
a fake out? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Beatrice's body also became gold butterflies, which scattered in all directions and disappeared. It was a fantastical and beautiful scene, like a blizzard of gold leaf. For a while, Shannon quietly watched the witch's exit. Cannon approached her from behind and spoke with an expression that was drastically different from hers. Nay-san, didn't I tell you to stay away from her?
Beatrice-sama isn't that bad of a person. Yes, she might be a little shady, but...
The fact that only we can see her is suspicious enough. That thing isn't human. Who knows what she might be planning?
Cannon-kun, I think that's a little rude.
There was a touch of sternness in Shannon's voice, which was unusual for her. To Cannon, who knew her well, she must have sounded extremely stern. Cannon, looking excessively surprised considering Shannon's tone, fell silent. It's true that Beatrice-sama is different from me. Oh.
Wait, I don't know who's talking. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's true that Beatrice-sama is different from humans. She has a terrifying power, so I think it's right for us to fear and respect her. Still, I think it's incredibly rude to despise her just because she isn't human.
I understand what you're trying to say, Nei-san. You've changed ever since she gave you that brooch. It's like you're her prisoner. She brought you and George-sama together, and now you're indebted to her.
Don't say things like that.
See, on the one hand, Cannon could be right. On the other hand, he's just really, he's got a really pessimistic view of things anyway.
Yeah.
So, that thing isn't human. We don't know what she's thinking. So you mustn't trust her. And we aren't humans either, Nei-san. Cannon's words grew more serious. Those words probably gouged at Shannon's heart. She bit her lower lip and hung her head. We are furniture. Even if we receive names and are treated as humans, that won't change the manner of our birth. You are no longer furniture. Those words Beatrice had given her, which had made her happiest, floated through Shannon's mind.
I am not furniture.
You are at best a duvet. No, you are furniture. We are less than human. Nei-san, you are just pretending to have forgotten. Pretending to be human. You know that as well as I do. Yeah, I think Ken is just a little shit.
I am not furniture.
Whatever point he might have is, vastly outweighed by how much of a shit he is.
I'm human.
No, you aren't. We have never possessed what it takes to love or be loved. Cannon's criticism seemed to have shifted away from Shannon's meetings with the witch. Shannon picked up on that quickly. I heard from a lady. Seriously, what were you thinking? I can't believe you would go on a trip with George-sama. You've forgotten your place as furniture. You've just been tempted by the witch, mistaken believingly that you've become human.
Listen, Cannon.
I'm just mad because I get to get a shag.
It's fine that you haven't got a boyfriend yet, Canon.
What?
It'll happen
What do you mean?
someday.
What do you mean, boy? Never mind. Let's table that discussion.
It's true that we're furniture, lesser beings inferior to humans, but if it were possible to make up for what we lack, wouldn't that be the same as becoming human?
I'm not sure how I feel about this entire discussion and framing.
It's been left deliberately ambiguous as to whether it's figurative because they're only servants, or whether it's literal and they're not humans, and I am increasingly concerned.
We don't know what goes on at that orphanage.
Yeah. They could be homunculi.
Oh my god. Could be right. Such a thing could never happen.
No, it could. If we can do that, we won't be furniture anymore. We can become human. Detroit. Become human. Out now on PS4?
Yes, it was on the PS4. I played it for a little bit. I did not find it very entertaining.
That's fair.
Ridiculous. As if you could ever do such a thing. Cannon spat those words out, but did so weakly and turned away. He was probably giving up. After all the suffering he'd undergone during those days he lived as furniture, his heart was firmly sealed.
You can do it too, Cannon-kun.
All you have to do is suck the witch's toes for a little bit.
You can become a normal human.
And not a gamer. Stop it. That's the witch talking.
Yes. Beatrice Sama taught me. By obtaining the single element of this world, we can become human. Or rather, nobody's human if they don't have that. That's why people spend their entire lives trying to gain that single element. It's cobalt.
Wait, really? Just cobalt? That's what it turns out to be in the end. It's just cobalt.
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't expect that. I don't understand what you're saying, Ne-san. I don't want to listen to ranting.
Then I'll teach it in a way even you can understand. Look, see what I'm pointing at?
Huh? Shannon quietly pointed at the sea, towards the horizon. Cannon didn't understand what she meant and couldn't do anything except look between the horizon and Shannon's expression, which seemed to be posing a riddle.
The sea. Cannon-kun, what color does the sea look to you?
It was an extremely simple question. For a while, Cannon tried to guess at the meaning behind it, but couldn't think of anything, so he answered obediently. It's a hazy dark gray color. So what? Objectively speaking, the sea laid out beneath a cloudy sky could probably be described best by Cannon's words, but as Shannon closed her eyes and smiled, she shook her head lightly.
It looks deep blue to me. I have vision problems. Too much witch magic.
Is that what you mean? Like how Japanese people use the word blue to refer to a green traffic light?
No. The sea is deep blue. If I understand and you don't, then that's the difference between us.
Cannon bit his lower lip and was silent for a while. I don't understand.
Cannon-kun, would you stick out your hand?
As Cannon was taken aback, unable to understand what she was saying, she took his arm and opened the palm of his hand. Shannon softly set something in there. It was that magic brooch which she had received from Beatrice. A magic charm shaped like a gold butterfly that could bring love to fruition. This is hers?
No, this is mine. So think of it as me and treat it with respect, okay?
It'll help get you a boyfriend. After being spoken to like that, he couldn't just throw it away. Cannon didn't know what he should do, and he stood there confused for a while, the brooch still in the palm of his hand. Shannon put the palm of her hand on top of Cannon's, and the brooch was warmed by both of their hands.
This charm holds true magical power. I'm sure it'll teach you an important emotion, Cannon-kun.
There's nothing to be learned from that person's magic.
No, there is something. So wear it. If that's embarrassing, I hear it's okay if you just hide it in your pocket.
Ridiculous. As if I'd let the magic of that person lead me astray. Even as he said that, Cannon couldn't be cold-hearted towards something Shannon was urging him to take. In the end, Cannon took it and agreed reluctantly, saying he'd prove that he wouldn't surrender to the witch's power. Shannon smiled and nodded back.
I'm sure you'll be able to learn something important from it. And I'm sure you can become human. And when you do...
Like Detroit.
Exactly.
At what point in the game does Detroit become a human?
Yeah, I know.
I never got that far
I didn't get
into
that far. And when you do, I'm sure this ocean will look like a beautiful blue to you as well, Canon-kun.
Gray is gray, no matter how many times you look.
That's wrong, Canon-kun. It only looks like that because you have no... beep.
When's the last time we saw something get censored out like this?
It was way back earlier in Arc 1 when Maria was talking.
Oh.
And I think it was witches that was censored then.
Why was it... So why is it censored here?
This is love, clearly.
Yeah, or that. Yeah.
It's clearly love, because you have no love.
So then why censor it?
I don't know.
Because of the Howling Wind, he had a bit... Oh, okay. I was looking too much into it. That's just how the game is.
I don't know, but maybe
because of the Howling Wind,
matter.
he hadn't been able to catch the main point of what she just said. So Shannon said it once more. The single element of the world. She spoke once more of the world where it existed, where the sea was deep blue.
I'm sure you'll be able to see a deep blue ocean too. After all,
without love, it cannot be seen. Wait, one more time. I had my iPhones in. I had my earbuds. No. Oh, shit.
Sup, Kinzo?
You're Kinzo.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. It's him.
He's outside.
I haven't seen him in so long. Run. You're going to be incinerated.
It's okay. I'm into that. Anyway, who is that?
It's Canon Master. It was rare for Kinzo to leave his study. However, the fact that he didn't mean his noble research had been suspended. He may have left the study because of a change in mood, but that didn't mean the thoughts filling his head were any different from those he had while in the study. Canon knew that no matter what the time, speaking to Kinzo when he didn't want to be spoken to would always disturb his research.
It's cloudy out there. Will it get worse?
Yes, sir. According to the weather report, it could rain at any time. Shall I bring an umbrella?
It will not come to that. Leave me alone for a while. If my children ask, say that you do not know where I am. I am busy on a journey to the center of the mind.
Certainly, sir. Then if you would excuse me. Before Canon finished bowing, Kinzo had already returned to his world, having forgotten Canon's presence completely. And once again he began rambling to himself.
Where's the center?
Amidst
Where's the
those words,
center? How do I get through this
the name of that
fucking
witch
mind?
pops up many times.
Oh, Beatrice.
Do you like it when he sings to you, Beatrice? I've never heard a human singing like that. It's definitely an experience.
Yeah. Are you experienced?
Oh, I get it. That is a reference.
Yeah.
To a rock album.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
My hand will not reach your smile. What can I do to revive you? What can I do to make you smile at me once more? What is lacking? My research, my materials, my catalyst? Or is it magical power or luck or an oracle? Ooh, Beatrice.
Every time.
It cracks me up too is the problem. And that's why this gag is going to be the death of us. What can I do to see your face one more time? Ooh.
Sad Kinzo. As Canon listened to his master's weeping voice with his back turned, he turned around just once.
What does he look like in the new art?
And when he did, right behind this isolated old master, with the shadow of a person who shouldn't have been there. Meh. How is his... Look at how huge his arms are.
Arms are so long.
Look at how huge his body... His head... Or is his head tiny? What the shit?
He's David Byrne. He's in his big suit. This is Talking Heads.
Okay. It was the witch.
Sup?
At once thinking that the witch must be plotting to do Kinzo some harm, Canon dashed back to Kinzo and tried to form a shield with his body. But when he saw the expression on the witch's face, that emotion of his vanished. After all, Beatrice's expression was sorrowful, or maybe pitying.
You fool, Kinzo. Can't you see me, even though I am here?
Right behind Kinzo, as he repeated the witch's name over and over, desiring to be reunited with her once more, or more than anything else, was the witch herself. And yet Kinzo didn't notice anything. When Beatrice tried to rest her hand on his shoulder, he didn't notice.
Why does my hand not reach Beatrice's smile? Is it the age of the moon, the cycle of the comets, the alignment of the planets? What is lacking? What is? It's useless, Kinzo. Without love, it cannot be seen.
Cannon took the brooch he had received from Shannon out of his pocket. By learning something new, would he become able to glimpse something he couldn't see now? Without love, it cannot be seen. He looked at Kinzo's back once more. The witch could no longer be seen there. Damn. Kind of sad. A little bit.
Poor Beato.
Well, I mean, she winds up murdering everyone, so don't feel that bad for her. Maybe a little bit, but not like that bad, you know?
They got better.
Oh, look at being outside with groups of people.
This is how you can tell it's an unrealistic fantasy.
Oh my god, what a fucking fantasy game this is. The biggest fall event for the Ushiromiya family was the family conference in October. But to Jessica, there was another major event that came before that, the school cultural festival. Jessica liked school. To her, it was a place where she could let out the stress she'd built up from the rigid lifestyle she was forced to lead at home. For today's cultural festival, she'd formed a group with her friends, and had announced they'd perform some light music on a temporary stage.
Oh my god, is Jessica gonna get to be a pop idol?
Oh my god. I hope so.
Yeah.
Alright everyone, listen up. I'd like to perform a new song for you. It's called Night of Nights. It's very technical, very difficult. Please appreciate it. I'm good. She had prepared and practiced for this over and over until today, always anxiously awaiting this day's arrival. But there was one thing that worried her. She looked at the clock. There was still a little time, but she felt uneasy. Would that person really come? After taking a single deep breath, her heart jumped when all of her friends suddenly started speaking in shrill voices. No way! Hina's boyfriend's so awesome!
Isn't he?
Ren's boyfriend looks like really smart. Is it true that guy's a glasses beast?
No way, no way. My husband will be a pretty boy.
Giggle, giggle.
Giggle, giggle.
It may not be like this for all girls, but at least at Jessica's school, the cultural festival was basically a boyfriend exhibition.
Huh?
Wow. Great. Jessica didn't have a boyfriend. Her parents cautioned her about seeking out a boyfriend too young.
Music is my boyfriend.
There you go. She had many friends of the opposite sex, but no special, only one. But Jessica was a little famous around the school, and everyone thought it'd be natural for her to have a fitting partner. Furthermore, her pride had led her to pretend that this was true. She'd somehow managed to keep them fooled until this year, but for various reasons, she hadn't been able to escape this year's cultural festival. Jessie, is your boyfriend here?
What? No, looks like he's not here yet. Maybe he's busy with work.
So what kind of person is he, Jessie? At least give us a hint. What kind of relationship?
Awesome, so he's a working man? Will he come in a suit? Of course he'll be wearing glasses, right? Kya!
Hey, he doesn't actually exist, right? If you come clean now, we'll let you join us. Let's cry together through this year's cultural festival. Alright, we need to see it. It's not the worst.
The old art's better.
But the old art's so much better. Look at that.
No. He exists. I told you he really exists.
He just lives in Canada.
Yeah, my boyfriend's from Canada, which is really far away from Okinawa.
Okay, actually, you know what?
Wait, I forget. Where'd we establish Rokkenjima is off the coast of?
I thought you were right.
I can't remember if I made that up or not.
Hold on. Small island located off the coast of Tokyo in the Izu archipelago.
Okay, so it's off the coast of Tokyo.
Yeah. Did they give us a map or something?
That's totally gonna be spoilers.
Oh shit, you're right. What am I doing? Why would I ever click on the wiki for... Oh god, you're right. Why would I ever click on the innocuous wiki page? Surely. Jessica's bitter smile was covered with cold sweat. It was starting to seem doubtful whether she really had deceived her sharp-witted friends. Is she gonna get up there and, like, play the guitar or something? What does Jessica play?
Rip a sick guitar solo.
I told you I'd pretend to be your boyfriend.
Okay, then how about making a fake boyfriend and taking him with you? A fake? Who? I can't think of anyone who'd do that.
Shannon's ridiculous plan surprised Jessica into hysterics. Even so, it was probably more realistic than the crazy methods running through her head about getting a boyfriend in the big rush before the cultural festival.
For example, what about Cannon-kun?
Achoo! Sorry, I got the weirdest thing that someone was just talking about me.
Oh, don't worry about it. Cannon-kun? No way, no way. Anyway, I'm sure Cannon-kun has work on the day of the festival, and I don't want to bother him. Of course, I've already checked the schedule. Cannon-kun has that day off. Why are you always so clever when it comes to stuff like this? No, wait. It'd be even worse if he's off. I can't pull him away from a precious day off just for my own vanity.
Yes, you can, Jessica. Because you're rich.
Fuck. If you don't pull Cannon-kun away, he'll always be shut away by himself. So I think it'd be perfect if you could drag him out of his shell.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, no. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. It's so beautiful.
You think so? No, but I feel bad for him. Then I guess you're out of options.
You'll have to be your own boyfriend.
Just do this sort of elaborate comedy routine where you keep on rushing off and changing and nobody sees you two in the same place.
Shannon, that's a wonderful idea if not for the dysphoria.
Oh, yeah, okay. Then I guess you're out of options. How about meekly confessing to everyone that you don't have a boyfriend? True, it may be terribly embarrassing, but you'd only have to endure for the short and yet long time before graduation. To a pair of lovers, there's no sweeter honey than the face of a single person with an inferiority complex.
My god, Shannon, you are such a...
Shannon! You aren't really worrying for my sake, are you? You're teasing me, right?
Jessica wrestled about with Shannon, her eyes teary.
The fucking sound effects.
They're good. But Shannon was unfazed, laughing with her usual smile.
Yes. This is to get you back for making fun of me and George-sama all the time.
Listening to Shannon's comeback, the likes of which didn't happen even once a year, Jessica hugged her cushion and rolled around on her bed, pretending to faint in agony. She couldn't stand Shannon's smile, which looked so triumphant. But right now, she was the only person Jessica could talk with. She could choke her to death with her cushion later.
Oh no, is that gonna happen?
Absolutely.
Is it really so bad, milady? It's a cultural festival, but it's also a chance for you to have fun with Cannon-kun.
Was there meant to be something between Jessica and Cannon?
Last time she realized that she had a thing for him after he died.
You are absolutely right. She did.
No, that may be true, but no.
Jessica buried her head in her favorite pillow to hide the fact that her face had grown bright red. And she grumpily chewed the fingernail on her thumb.
How?
It really was a reaction to be appreciated. Shannon and Jessica were about the same age, of the same sex, and friends. And they were both right in the middle of puberty. They could never even talk enough about love. That's why they could talk freely about these topics to each other. So Jessica had heard about how Shannon and George's love was progressing. And Shannon had heard a lot about what type Jessica liked, what kind of man she might be interested in. And it turns out that kind of man was... woman. Judging by Jessica's reaction, it'd probably be rude for us to go into precisely what these things were. However, the story won't get anywhere if we just have Jessica rolling around forever, so let's dive in. Wow. Wow. Wow, Beato, you're really gonna do this?
Yeah.
Really? That
It's
doesn't
funny.
seem rude or exploitative to you?
It's funny.
Oh no! Close my eyes! I promised Jessica I wouldn't look. Do you notice how the music is a very upbeat shipper version of the...
Yeah.
Yeah, it's...
Time for it to be a rom-com for half of an arc until everyone dies horribly, I guess.
Jessica had been thinking about Canon ever since he'd shown up. It was extremely rare for young men to visit Rokkenjima, so maybe it was natural for Jessica, a girl in puberty, to develop an interest in Canon. Estradiol is a hell of a drug. But if anyone said that, it would destroy the romantic ideals of a maiden's pure heart and love at first sight. Shannon had been with Canon a long time at the orphanage, so she'd known him since before they started working. So Jessica had asked Pat persistently about what his hobbies were, what his favorite food was, what type of girl he liked. Even to Shannon, it was clear that Jessica was infatuated with Canon.
Come on. Isn't this a good chance to take Canon-kun on a date?
Every time! Every time!
We need that face on every Umineko stat.
Oh my god, it's so good!
But Canon-kun might also have someone he likes, so wouldn't he take it badly if I made him go with me just to show off? People who aren't honest with themselves like you are... What was that word I learned from George-sama? That's right. I think it was tsundora. Apparently they'll be all the rage in a decade or so. Wow, George Nissan sure is incredible, managing to foresee future trends like that.
Soon.
Awesome. No, wait. Are you saying I'm living in the wrong decade? I give up.
What the fuck is this game anymore?
Welcome to Ryukishio 7 games.
Alright. It took several days of wasted efforts, but in the end, Jessica agreed to the plan of having Canon pretend to be her boyfriend. Now it's just a fucking sitcom, I guess.
Yep. With witches. And murder.
Which sitcom would be funny?
Yeah.
Like Bewitched.
Okay.
Yes, my lady. Did you call me? Jessica regretted calling out at such a bad time. Canon always looked sullen, but he had some bad days and some better days. Unfortunately, this reaction was the former.
No,
All that confidence and effort she'd built up practicing in front of a mirror all night was wiped out in about 5 seconds. Jessica turned bright red and hung her head. When he saw that, Canon sighed. Jessica thought that he was exasperated with her, and her face went pale. I heard from Shannon. This is about having me go with you to the school for a cultural festival, right, milady?
Nice one, Shannon. I mean... yeah.
It's so good! Every time I see it! Every time! I just love it so much!
That's right, but, do you have any plans that day?
I was strictly ordered by Shannon to go to work specifically for you on that day, milady. I've never been to high school, so I don't really understand. But I hear it's a place where girls can be shamed if they don't have a boy with them. And I was given special orders to see to it that the daughter of the Oshiromiya family is in no way inferior to the common people.
Shannon, I'll beat you to death later!
Hey, Beato, does she really beat her to death?
No spoilers.
Fine. Just I'm getting invested. Jessica kept yelling with a strange voice and a broken smile, like a tea kettle filled with boiling water. As Canon watched this, he sighed again.
She set me up with a fucking psycho.
Canon wasn't an idiot either. He fully understood what Jessica intended by inviting him. But to be honest, playing along with Jessica's love game seemed like it'd be nothing more than an annoyance to him. However, Shannon had asked him over and over. He was deeply indebted to her, so he couldn't refuse. And that brooch was in his pocket. Could this strange turn of events have been brought about by that magic power residing in this brooch? Ridiculous. But he remembered that what Shannon had said to him that day. Could Shannon see something he couldn't? I don't understand Shannon's feelings. We are furniture. As if we could ever become anything more. It was truly an odd exchange between Jessica, who was still rambling on in a strange voice, and Cannon, who sighed deeply. Faded to gray there. Jesse, someone's here. Didn't you hear?
Huh? Sorry.
Every time. I love it so much.
Who is it?
My friends all gathered together. They were looking this way with hard-to-describe expressions, whispering to each other in small voices that weren't small anymore. My attempt to play dumb felt pretty transparent even to me. Did I really just say sorry? Who is it? Like, I don't know who just showed up. It's useless, it's useless. My mind's going blank.
No way, that's just
Hold on. Oh.
I can't believe Cannon's a goth.
He looked so much better when the coat was covering most of his face. And then it's like...
Okay, but consider, we could make it even better. Let's get a good frame. Can we... We can't get a good frame where it's just that. I was gonna say I'll improve it in Photoshop later.
You can arrange for this still. Anyway. This Jesse boyfriend, he's so cute.
Wait, he's real? No way. Seriously.
Jesse, you traitor, he's incredible.
He's younger? I never heard he was younger.
Where's Jesse's boyfriend?
She really is into little kid.
What? What?
I didn't like that line.
I didn't like that line.
Hey, aren't you late?
I didn't know where the entrance was. Must apologize for my tardiness.
Right. That outfit looks really good on you.
Cannon and Jessica are dating? Why didn't anyone tell me?
Don't worry about it, Battler.
When were you going to tell me?
We'll pair everyone up by the end of this arc.
What? Who do I get paired with?
No spoilers.
Oh.
But I'll have you know, she has great toes.
Oh, you gonna help me get a foot in the door?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's nice of you. Gonna take this one step at a time.
Yep.
Shannon said normal clothes wouldn't do, so we went and bought this the other day. Just looks strange on me.
That's not true. Shannon, when I get back, I'll promote you 2 levels.
With the collar? Oh, you're so funny. Feels like everyone here is a girl. It's uncomfortable.
Yeah, isn't it? Come on, let's not hang around here. Let's go to the stage, okay? Because I'll be up pretty soon. Come on.
Jessica seemed uncomfortable. It looked like being bathed in everyone's interests gaze was hard on her. When he saw Jessica's appearance, Ken thought he might have made things difficult for her by coming. I get the feeling I'm getting in the way. Am I being a burden?
I told you no way.
Please tell me at any time if I start getting in the way.
Yeah, no way. He calls himself Boku.
Oh, that's Jessica still.
There's no way you'd get in the way, Cannon-kun.
Yeah, she calls her boyfriend Kun. What would you like me to do, milady? No way she makes him call her milady like a butler, OMG.
No, you can't call me milady today.
Is that so? As you wish, Jessica-sama. She's training him to call her Sama.
Sorry, Cannon-kun. Could you just close your eyes for just 3 seconds?
Yeah, it's because she's gonna kiss him. What was that thunder?
I don't know.
As you wish. By the time Cannon opened his eyes, a horrible tragedy had occurred in the room. Everyone had been driven into the walls, their arms and legs outstretched. Jessica had slipped her brass knuckles back into her pocket. Jessica just straight beat up some jerks?
Jessica just beat her friends unconscious with her brass knuckles that she carries at all times.
Okay.
Anyway, let's go over to the stage. Our turn's coming up soon, so take a seat and wait for a bit. because we've got to get ready. Go straight to the end here and you'll see a temporary stage. You'll know where to go. Please wait there.
She pushed Cannon's back as he seemed to be having trouble moving himself and chased him out. Even though Cannon was confused by Jessica's attitude and panicky state, which he'd never seen before, he followed her instructions and headed in the direction she had indicated. Seeing him off with an awkward smile, Jessica slammed the door shut and yelled loudly.
There you go. You saw, right? You saw that. Are you happy now? Sucks for you.
Sucks to suck. Ew, I lost the bet.
I was sure Jessie didn't have a boyfriend.
You sure there was a boyfriend? I bet she's just abusing one of her servants, right?
Wow, Jessie's boyfriend's incredible. Shut up. Come on, let's get ready.
Starts punching people. When Jessica took the brass knuckles out of her pocket again, everyone energetically returned to their tasks.
Hello.
Ha. That's cool. Cannon went down the corridor Jessica had shown him and ran into a temporary stage set up where the vending machine should have been. Probably being rented by the hour by some group or club. The ones singing were student groups, but the crowd was still incredibly excited. Just liking that clatter, he leaned against the wall in the darkness by himself. So this is what they call high school. It sure is noisy. But Cannon thought. Then he remembered Jessica just now acting in a way that he'd never seen before. Honestly, she was in such high spirits that alcohol might have been involved. To him, remaining composed and intellectual at all times was the highest virtue. In that sense, it was very hard for Cannon to get used to the atmosphere of a school cultural festival. He had a responsibility to report everything he saw and heard to the master. So he also had to report about how Jessica had acted without restraint earlier. At the very least, it was not fitting for the daughter of the Ushiromiya head family. The master, Kraus-sama, and especially Natsuhi-sama, will probably be angry. If I'm to report it in a way that protects Milady, should I blame it on inappropriate school friends? What the hell was all that? So stupid. Ken thought back on how Jessica had acted earlier and sighed again. He could understand Natsuhi's headache a little now. Come to think of it, Natsuhi-sama is the president of the PTA. Was supposed to go to an informal gathering after attending the ceremony in the gymnasium.
She goes to the PTA, where she rules with her gun.
She said wouldn't be able to see Milady's performance, didn't she? That's probably for the best. Ouch, Cannon, you suck. Crowd's certainly all unpleasant. What in the world is going on? Several female students kept glancing at me. It seems they're all whispering the same things Milady's school friend said, and it's truly unpleasant. Come to think of it, didn't Shannon warn me? If you walk alone at something like a school festival, you'd better watch out, because lots of strange people will come and talk to you. Excuse me, are you by yourself? Just as expected, a group of girls I'd never met started talking to me. Their stares started to make my back tingle. Didn't she tell me some magic words that could chase them off in times like this? Sorry. I'm with someone. Oh, really? I'm sorry. That worked. Instant reaction. I like how Cannon also thinks of them as like, ah, yes, this scenario. I've prepared for this. I know exactly the magic incantation to say to make this situation stop. I feel you, bro. I feel you. Well, I got rid of them, but it hadn't really changed the number of people staring at me. The kid's Jesse's boyfriend.
No way, it's that kid.
I can't believe it. I'm sure he was fake.
Isn't he cute? So he's younger. Lucky Jesse.
Ha. There's no way I'll ever come back to a place like this again. Cannon sighed for about the zillionth time that day. When he did, the lighting changed and the standing audience started cheering. I looked around and realized that there was suddenly a large group of people there. And unlike earlier, they were mostly guys. This huge crowd, he couldn't even see the stage. Fortunately, there was a fallen beer case nearby, so he tried using that as a footstool. Alright.
This is much funnier if you think of Cannon being like not even neck height relative to Jesse.
That's actually really funny. When he did, he realized there was now a new group on the stage. Their leader is Milady. She's changed to the stage clothes and she's even holding a guitar.
Fucking called it.
I didn't know she could play.
She can't.
But again, maybe she can play. I've seen her practicing air guitar before. Natsuhi-sama wouldn't approve of any hobbies outside of study. Maybe she was always practicing in secret. Come to think of it, she's been returning really late from school recently, hasn't she? Maybe she's been practicing at the school far away from Natsuhi-sama's prying spin-off where it's Jessica, but it's just K-On.
Yes.
So really for the best that Natsuhi-sama didn't come. Milady were to get scolded by Natsuhi-sama after putting so many hours of practice in, she'd probably be dejected.
Jesse-sama.
Everyone,
Wait,
who is this?
that's Jessica.
Everyone,
That's me.
Oh, that's you, sorry.
Everyone, thanks for gathering here today.
You could hear Jessica-sama's forceful voice through the speakers. Jessie-sama? Maybe that's her nickname at school. The students in the audience kept calling out that name. I'm a little offended by that crude name. It's inappropriate for milady. Jessica-sama was in high spirits as they kept shouting Jessie-sama. Everyone here was probably a fan. Her mic performance picked up on that and electrified them even more. It's almost like a music program on TV. At first he thought it was all silly, but the feeling changed into appreciation. It was incredible in its own way. Ken never listened to music of his own free will, but he'd often heard the kind of music the Ushiromiya family liked. Since it was almost all classical, Ken had naturally taken to liking that kind of music. So to Ken, the song Jessica sang was, how should you say it, extremely colorful. In any case, if Natsuki-sama heard it, she'd probably faint. Fuwa time! Oh my god,
Oh my
what?
god!
Silver Forest?
Oh my god!
Can we see this in the new art? Hidden.
I don't want to see it in the new art. This is perfect.
But everyone looked like they were having a really good time. Some diehard fans would even bought pen lights, sang along and danced crazily with the same movements, almost as though it had been planned ahead. On the stage, Jessica-sama also sang enthusiastically, dripping with sweat. He couldn't find a single element that was appropriate for a daughter of the Ushiromiya family, but it looked like so much fun. Jessie-sama! Jessie!
Oh, that's a Higurashi reference.
It is? Oh, okay. Is this what she's singing?
Yeah.
You gonna read your...
Again, today, behind me, the sound of footsteps. I can't sing it. Oyashiro-sama is stalking me. Curses, disappearances, sacrifices, torture. Onikakushi. Does that make a good snack? Don't say Marisa.
Wow.
I can't believe she's
Wow.
singing about Higurashi.
I must not go along with it, but at any rate, Milady is full of life and looks like she's having a great time. As I watched Milady enjoying herself, I thought, could this be Ushiromiya Jessica's true nature? Don't I know better than anyone that during her life on Rokkenjima she's had no choice but to kill her sense of self? So the time she spends not as Milady, successor to the Ushiromiya family, but as a single girl called Jessica, living life to the fullest, must be very important to her. I've worked so close to Milady, seeing her in all seasons, and I thought I knew everything about her. But that was all limited to one side of her, the Milady of Rokkenjima. We are furniture. We serve on Rokkenjima and end our lives on Rokkenjima. So I've come to think of Rokkenjima itself as our whole world, as though like in a Ptolemaic theory, the ocean spilled off the end of the world into an abyss. But when I look at Milady like this, I can see how horribly narrow that outlook is. I still can't go along with the excitement of the crowd, but I feel like I can see something that cannot be seen on Rokkenjima. I'm not sure if this is the unseeable thing Shannon was talking about, but the ocean still doesn't look blue to me. Encore!
Yeah.
Where can I buy your
Yeah.
LP? Don't bother, Battler. I don't think she even has a record player in this joint. Oh, it's me again.
So it is.
Oh, hold on. Sorry, I had to finish my coffee first. Wasn't the cultural festival at Jessica's school today? How was the principal doing?
He seemed to be in good health. That's right. Diet member Takamiya was also there. He said to give you his regards.
Busy as usual.
It appeared so. That person is also very energetic. Oh, and I believe President Emoto also made an appearance.
Naturally, the topic of Jessica's cultural festival came up at dinner. School events often became social gatherings for local volunteers. It was the same for the Ushiromiya family, who were celebrities around here. Natsuki remembered the name of one VIP after another at that social gathering, telling Kraus the news about them. Jessica didn't really have any interest in that discussion and rudely slurped her pumpkin soup. Milady, perhaps you ought to take more care with your manners.
Yeah, sorry about that.
No! Why would you prefer the new ones over... There's so much...
These ones have so much character. Jessica, how many times must I tell you to watch your language? Yes, ma'am.
Jessica answered, discouraged. When he saw that, Kraus smiled a little and paused his conversation with Natsuhi. How was the festival for you, Jessica?
Huh? Well, it was okay. I was watching. You did an excellent job. Huh? Well.
Jessica's face turned bright red. She probably hadn't imagined Natsuhi would actually come to see her on stage. She felt a mix of happiness and embarrassment. Actually, she hadn't really wanted her mother to watch since she didn't want to be told that her music was inappropriate for the Ushiromiya family, but it certainly didn't make her unhappy to hear her parents say she'd done a good job after watching her try her best.
Jessica acted with both composure and dignity, fitting behavior for the student's representative. Oh, yeah.
The smile that had been there until a second ago crumbled like sand. Jessica immediately realized her mom was talking about something different. Jessica was also the school's student president. She had no interest in doing something so annoying, but her parents had been pushy, so she grudgingly accepted. Unfortunately, she was popular at school, so she won the election easily. So Natsuhi was praising her for the student council sponsorship ceremony at the beginning of the cultural festival. Actually, she had just carried that out half-heartedly. To that, she immediately met up with her friends and held stage rehearsal for the rest of the time.
Now that I'm class pres, I have to wear these weird outfits and do sword fights. And this one bitch with a streak of red in her hair keeps hunting me down with half a scissor blade. It's so inconvenient. Why can't I go to a normal school?
Is it bad that it took me until the scissor blade to realize it was Kill la Kill and not Utena? I thought you were doing Utena at first. How come she gets a girlfriend? I want a girlfriend with her sword in her chest.
That experience of standing above people and bearing responsibility will surely prove useful in the future. I'm sure it will help Jessica mature as a member of the Ushiromiya family. Wait.
Oh,
Did we swap?
I think this is Kraus here, and this is...
Okay.
That experience of taking standing above people and bearing responsibility will surely prove useful in the future. I'm sure it will help Jessica mature as a member of the Ushiromiya family.
But you rushed a little while giving the greeting. You get a pass on content, but the fast pace of your speech lessened the impact. It might help if you developed a habit of pausing every once in a while.
Because I paused the game. The joke was that I paused the game. I liked it.
It was good.
Thanks, Paddler. Who was I just talking to?
Don't worry about it.
What? What's going on? Don't worry about it, Paddler. It's not worth it.
Yeah.
Boo-ba-foo-a time. After she finished eating, Jessica didn't feel like going straight to her room. Her room was basically the place her parents had ordered her to be. So perhaps for Jessica, instead of returning to her own room, being in an unknown location in this large mansion was a meager form of resistance. Jessica felt that even being in the mansion made it hard to breathe, so she went outside to the rose garden.
Well, even if she did show up, I'm sure she would have said something about how it wasn't appropriate for a successor of the Ushiromiya family. So, isn't it better this way?
Jessica laughed at what she was sulking over. She laughed at what kind of words she could possibly have been expecting. That was dumb of me. In the end, I was just acting like an entitled brat. I'm a little exasperated with myself, and it makes me want to laugh. Milady?
Why? Canon-kun.
My stealth is quite high.
Don't scare me like that.
Just as he was about to force a laugh, Cannon suddenly started talking to her, and she choked.
What's up? Got something to say? Yes?
Jessica's expression became the one she always wore when looking at Cannon. The listless Jessica from a second ago was gone. If he had still only known Jessica as the eventual successor to the Ushiromiya family, as he had until yesterday, he might have mistakenly thought that Jessica's mood had sprung back to normal. But that wasn't right. He now knew a part of her that couldn't have seen until yesterday. So he understood that there was no way Jessica actually felt the way she appeared.
Oh, about today's cultural festival. Well, thanks for coming with me so I could show off. You saved my butt out there.
That song, you were really good.
What? Really? You're embarrassing me.
Even though she had heard the words she most wanted to hear, Jessica acted shyly and couldn't accept them openly. I cannot sing, and I do not know how to play any instruments other than the harmonica and the recorder, which I learned in elementary school. So I simply assumed you were the same, milady.
Okay, but what if Cannon can rip out a sick solo on the blues harp? What if he's great at harmonica?
Pulls out the recorder and just starts his way through Jethro Tull. They told me how to play this one. What locomotive breath. At the time, Cannon never felt as though he had been looking down on Jessica in this way. But all the people he'd seen playing special instruments were the other side of the brawn tubes in the TV.
Insert Steins Gate reference here.
Insert Steins Gate reference here. At the very least, Mr. Brawn. At the very least, he'd been under the impression that it'd be impossible for Jessica. I am furniture, so I didn't believe there was any need to sing or play instruments. But I'm not sure anymore.
Seriously, Cannon-kun. Enough with that I am furniture business. That's like a proper attitude you servants are supposed to have, right? Servants are supposed to be like living furniture.
No, I'm literally a homunculi.
Okay.
Although I suspect we won't find that out until probably part number 6.
Okay, yeah.
That's my conservative guess.
Okay. Genji-san says it a lot.
Isn't it just a proper attitude? It isn't just a proper attitude, because we really are furniture.
Luckily, I want a cherub.
More like cherub anime. Oh my god.
I know the kids from the Fukuyin house receive assistance from grandfather in various ways, and I realize how grateful you are for that. But it's a bit cruel for you to have to call yourself furniture just because of that. We're all human, aren't we? Cannon-kun, when you saw me singing, what did you think?
It looked like you were having a lot of fun.
I don't think that's true.
Huh?
You didn't just think it looked fun. You were envious, weren't you?
That's not... Cannon probably hadn't noticed that emotion himself. Most likely, Cannon saw something he'd never seen before, learned about it for the first time, and felt envious. To trick himself out of that emotion, he called himself furniture over and over.
I know I'm a successor to the Ushiromiya family or whatever.
But you should hear me rip out Eruption.
Yeah. And, well, I'm sure there'll be a lot of annoying stuff to do from now on. As far as that goes, I can't do anything but give up, since I was born under an unlucky star. Probably just like you had to live at the Fukuin house, I don't have a choice either. I couldn't choose the stars under which I was born.
That may be true.
But there's one place where you and I are completely different. You know what that is?
I'm furniture, and my lady is not. He was about to say that, but stopped. I do not know.
Cannon-kun, you decided that your fate determines everything about you, and you gave up. But I can't accept this kind of fate, so I do the best I can. So, while there's still the rigid and cornered me that's gotta stay as the daughter of the Ushiromiya family, I've created another me that can do what I like to the fullest.
Another you?
Yeah, I crafted a whole homunculus and everything.
Oh no, oh no, this is rapidly going out of hand here.
Yeah, Cannon-kun, you've been instructed to say, because I am furniture. I'm sure you've gone through a lot of tough times just because of that. I think that's really unfortunate. But the idea that your entire life will be decided by that alone just seems sad to me. You know, it's always possible for people to create another self inside them. A self that they can truly grow to like. I'm not talking about escaping from reality, okay? When I'm that other self, I can really feel like I'm living a great life. So no matter how constrained and boring everyday life gets to be, I can always live on without suffocating.
To make another self inside yourself, that you can truly grow to like.
Against the self, inside the
once.
hell self. Anime Hell 1995?
1985.
What?
It's because they're back still in the 80s, right?
Okay.
To make another me, one that isn't furniture. Though her relationship with George-sama, has Shannon given birth to another self that isn't furniture? And did this other Shannon see something that cannot be seen by other furniture?
That's right. Well, I don't know anything about your private life, Canon-kun, but I can sort of guess. Your private life probably doesn't exist at all, am I right?
Cannon couldn't reply, but that was answer enough. He had no concept of a private life, so Cannon would always be Cannon. So furniture would always be furniture.
Canon-kun. Cannon isn't your real name, right?
In the Fukuin house, new graduates would be given new families and a new life, so they were also given a new name. In his case, that name was Cannon. Certainly, this name of mine may be a temporary thing. Before he had thought of himself as Cannon and no one else. But he remembered. There definitely had been another self that wasn't Cannon. That was far, far away, beyond the distant fog into oblivion.
So, even for you, it should be okay to have times when you're Canon-kun and times when you aren't. Maybe when you act as a servant, that Canon-kun calls himself furniture and strictly limits his own will. But when you aren't Canon-kun, I think it's okay to live much, much more freely.
Those words definitely weren't just lip service. Jessica had also been like this in the past. She had cursed her own birth into an environment different from all her friends at school. Only she had been in a heavily constructed environment, forced to learn all sorts of things. And she'd even been told whom she was and wasn't allowed to play with. It may have been sad, but she'd given up, resigning herself to the fact that she'd been born under that kind of star. But one day, Jessica stopped giving up and surrendering. Stuff like Ushiromi family customs and pressure didn't matter. She created a real Jessica inside of herself, one who could do what she really wanted to do.
You know, I go by the nickname Jessie at school. When I'm Jessie, I live life honestly and to the fullest. And because of that, I can do my best when I'm Jessica too. Would it really be so bad if you could also have times when you're Canon? And times when you're, your real name? When you aren't Canon, can you try becoming another self that you can like?
A time when I am not Canon. He'd once thought of his real name as being completely meaningless. Because of that, he thought that Canon summed everything about him. And now Jessica was telling him to create something new, another self that wasn't Canon.
Canon-kun.
Wait, this isn't Canon? Then what's the point? I only want to watch canonical material.
Canon-kun.
Did you not get where I was going with that?
I did.
Okay.
If you don't mind, tell me. What's your real name?
He was silent for quite some time. Maybe Cannon's real name had risen to the top of his tongue. After hesitating for a long time over whether he should say it, in the end, he swallowed it back down. I forgot. My name doesn't matter anymore. Those words contained a faint rejection. No matter what kind of real name I had, the only truth now is that here, I am Cannon. The past has nothing to do with anything. The materials with which furniture is made, be it a trunk, tree, or otherwise, are meaningless in the end.
I told you to stop that. You aren't furniture, you're human, right?
I am not human. Cannon clearly voiced his refusal. It was with a rage that he normally didn't show. Jessica couldn't say anything back and was struck silent. You are human, milady, so you are free to live any way you please, and any kind of future is possible for you. It's almost like you have wings and can dance through the sky like a bird. But I am not like that. Even if I looked like a bird, I'd be nothing more than a domestic duck. Even though they have wings, they cannot fly. To speak of me in that dream in the sky despite that is just too cruel.
Furniture and ducks. What the hell is all this? No.
Jessica had unconsciously gone along with Cannon's forceful manner of speaking, but she realized that she couldn't fire back and swallowed her words.
I don't know anything about you. I don't even know your upbringing, and I don't know the hardships you've been through. So I can't even imagine why you started calling yourself furniture. But I know this. You aren't furniture, or a duck. You don't even have like a beak.
Yeah, all ducks have beaks.
Yeah.
You tell them, Jessica.
You're a real human. If you want to say Cannon-kun's furniture when he's working as a servant, that's fine, but in that case, don't you think you can create a self for when you aren't furniture? For when you're human?
Only a human like Milady can embrace that possibility. I am not like that. I have no future, no possibilities, no dream that I'm allowed to see. So, Milady, please don't say any more cruel things.
Why? Why do you say stuff like that?
Because it seems you mistakenly think I'm a human, same as you, Milady. We are different for sorts of beings. I just wanted to make that clear. I heard from Shannon something about Milady liking me.
What? No.
I look almost identical to a human, so, like Shannon, I probably could delude myself into thinking I'm human. Pretend to love, for instance. But then I would surely be fooling myself. No, be fooling you too, Milady. Shannon and George-sama will definitely fall apart. Even though Shannon herself probably realizes that day will come. She's taking part in such a stupid...
There's nothing stupid about it. Sure, George Nissan's a wonderful person, and he's got to match up to his parents' expectations. I'm sure when it comes to marriage, Aunt Ava will interfere in various ways, and, I think their future prospects look like they'll be full of trouble, okay? But you know what? George Nissan isn't the kind of guy who'll surrender to that shit. Shannon's no Juliet, and he'll definitely bring her happiness.
Oh. People cannot engage in romance with furniture. What I'm trying to say is that even if you can love furniture, I cannot love you, milady. Those words of Cannon's crushed all of Jessica's bittersweet feelings from that day. There was no way her emotions could have predicted that she'd be refused so bluntly. In an instant, she lost the willpower that had led her to try and unravel something stubborn in Cannon's heart. Before she knew it, she was just standing there in shock. Milady, if your feelings for me were due to my conceit, then I must ask that you forgive me.
No. Well, I won't deny that.
Thank you very much.
Huh?
Thank you very much for thinking of me as human. Those feelings alone really do make me happy. Anything more would be too cruel for me, so...
No, I've said enough. Sorry about that.
Jessica recklessly scratched at her head and spoke, trying to force her voice to sound bright.
I just kinda ran on ahead by myself and was a burden on you. I'm really sorry. I'm sorry for causing so much trouble on your precious day off.
No. I was also happy that I could see you having fun.
Then, let's call it a night. If I don't go back to my room and turn off the lights, Mom will get mad at me again.
That's probably for the best. I wish you good night, my lady.
Yeah. Good night.
Cannon saw Jessica trot away with the back to him, her back to him, looking disheartened. But then she suddenly broke into a reckless dash and disappeared in the direction of the mansion. As he watched her back for just an instant, Cannon was tormented by the feeling that he just made a huge mistake. But he hadn't made a mistake at all. He'd been forced to refuse her now for her sake, while the pain was still at its smallest.
Nice going, making a woman cry like that. I didn't expect you to refuse her that strongly. If you'd given a normal answer, another pair of lovers would have been born thanks to my magic.
How long have you been there? What a horrible person.
Wow, rude.
Well, rude. Well, I mean, no. My feelings are complicated. When he turned around, the witch was suddenly there. It looked like she'd been there the whole time, watching the two of them as though enjoying a play.
I shall forgive you for your insults just this once, in deference to that amusing little show. Even after 1,000 years, no more interesting show exists than K-On! Also, complications between boys and girls.
Anime girl Seinfeld.
To me, it's a pleasure that's better and more addictive than opium.
Cannon pulled the butterfly brooch out of his pocket. It was the manifestation of the great magic the witch had bestowed. Without hesitation, Cannon slammed it against the ground and stomped on it.
Huh. What is the meaning of this? You know that was given by me.
Just now, I figured it out. What you're doing isn't as tasteful as being a cupid of love. You're just a demon who enjoys showing love to those who can never be together, deceiving them.
You are free to think that. Most humans I lend my power to say the same thing.
Don't play dumb. You didn't lend Shannon your power because you felt sorry for her. You found a weak point in Shannon's heart as her chest burned with love. You made a break through the mirror that sealed you. Once more, you guessed how this would all end, and now you're toying with her. Am I wrong?
Furniture has a thoroughly pitiful existence. So, you have no dreams, no future, and even no love? Good. Good. There is nothing better than knowing your place.
No.
As you notice, there was a faint love residing in Jessica's heart. You seem to think you've snipped it in the bud. But did you know? Trees grow thicker branches if you thin out and prune them. A girl who loves furniture, is it? Amusing. How truly amusing. Shannon and George will also eventually reach a stalemate with their unfulfillable love, ripening into the sort of large fruit I love. I'm hungry again.
Oh, would you like me to get you something from the kitchen?
Yes, a large fruit, please.
All right. I don't think we have any large fruits, though. The only large fruit here I see is you.
Oh, thanks.
Bam! High five! No, not... Why did you jump in there, Beato? That high five was for me.
Regretfully, it seems to be going so smoothly for those two that it's hardly entertaining anymore, but on the plus side, it seems the two of you will amuse me to no end.
The witch laughed. Even though she had known the two could never be together, she had lent them magic to bring them together. However, they couldn't escape the fate that prevented them from being truly joined. The witch knew that. Even if they were joined, Shannon and George, Cannon and Jessica would eventually break up. They would wander through an endless desert in this hell of love, tormented by an eternal thirst.
What? Did you think I'd lend you my power and ask for nothing in exchange? I'll gladly assist a pair in love, and in exchange, I'll enjoy watching the cruel fate they'll eventually meet. I have never come across a better show, not over the course of 1,000 years, except for K-On! That one's fucking great.
I do enjoy K-On!
Just look at Kinzo. See how he ended up. An old, pitiful man who learned the taste of love before being thrown out of paradise. Look at how he lives, like a dead man that cannot fully die.
So, I've got a thought here. I don't think Beato is actually this big of an asshole. I think she's an asshole because she's now experiencing that same feeling.
Maybe.
Where she can't get Kinzo to notice her anymore.
Notice me, senpai.
I really do think that, like, Beato might have legitimate love for Kinzo. And the fact that he is doing his damnedest to see her again, and she
can't.
Yep. You truly are a witch. Disappear! Get out of my sight, demon!
Oh, I would disappear even without your prompting.
I'm gonna leave, but not because you told me to.
Yeah. My power still hasn't returned. It is still tiring to continue showing myself. I overdid it when I gave you lovers my power. As I am now, it will not be easy to maintain that power without that brooch as a catalyst.
Cannon ground his foot even more into the stomped brooch. He felt it break under his foot. Then it evaporated like water, and changed into butterflies that sparkled gold fluttering out from beneath Cannon's foot.
Maintaining this form is quite painful for me as well. I will hide myself for a time, just as you desire. My magical power will rise as surely as the moon and the tides. And eventually, a fitting time will come for my revival. I know not in the slightest whether that will be tomorrow, next year, or even 100 or 1,000 years in the future. But as long as there are those who entertain me, I will surely gain power and revive. I will disappear for a short while, until that time comes. The bruise on the palm of your hand is already gone, so, if you wish, tomorrow morning, you can let my existence vanish like an illusion or a dream. After all, nothing saddens me more than being forgotten. However, I will surely be revived. Be on your guard, so that you will not regret that day's coming when it arrives. I will surely have my second coming and rule over everything as this island's true master.
Oh, so you're going to come twice.
Yeah. Yes. As I said, second coming. That is the time when the door to the Golden Lands will be opened again. The greedy dead will surely wake me.
You talk too much. Disappear now, Golden Witch.
Noom.
That's a very cool particle effect.
Yeah, I know, right? I spent, let's see, 980 out of those 1,000 years perfecting that.
Hey, Battler, you want to hear a secret, Battler? Yes, I do. It's one of the standard ones they give you when you become a witch. Anyone
Fuck
can do
you.
it. Anyone can do it. It's right out of the box.
Fuck
Unmodded.
you. Fuck you, Burn.
I'm just once again asking that you step up your game. The witch became a cloud of gold butterflies and scattered away, leaving behind a scornful laugh. The whole area sparkled like a gold blizzard in a snow globe. It was a fleeting, fantastical scene that had disappeared in a heartbeat. The witch could no longer be seen. However, Cannon felt like he could still hear that shrill, unpleasant laugh. How amusing. How truly amusing. Why is the human world still so amusing after all the years I've been away? Go mad with love, go mad with gold. Those who don't go mad from one of those two are not human. I see, so that's why the word furniture is so fitting. Furniture is created to serve humans, and I cruelly treat humans as playthings to sate my 1,000 years of boredom. What a truly amusing three-way deadlock that I cannot control furniture. Kinzo, you fool. What a truly entertaining scheme you've worked out. Furniture, you fools, just you try to see if you can fell me. Tonight 2 seeds of love have been shown, including the one already sown. That makes 3.
2 tonight. That's interesting. Wonder what else she has done.
Oh, maybe we'll find out. We'll have to keep that in the back of our head, though.
Yeah. Beatrice, why did you leave me alone in this painful world? I hate you. I will hate you for all eternity for not even trying to answer, despite being yearned for so.
Master, drinking any more will be damaging to your
Why
health.
do you think I am?
Dr. Nanju warned you as well, and he did not, did he not?
Be silent, Genji. You do not understand. You do not understand my grief and sadness. And I believed at least you, my oldest friend, would understand my pain. Why can you not understand? Ooh, Beatrice, why did you leave me all alone?
I understand now. He has the voice of an angel.
It runs in the family.
He truly is the most beautiful voice of them all.
It runs in the family. That's why Jesse wants to be a pop star. Ah! What the hell do you mean, furniture? I don't get it. Ah!
Oh, poor Jessica-sama. Even though there's cries here coming from your room telling me of the situation, there's nothing I can do. This is all a tragedy due to a pair who are too young to getting too close, and the positions of their birth are too distant. I can do nothing but understand my lady's feelings and have my footsteps and quietly walk away. If only someone were to write a play about that.
Yeah. I see.
Huh.
What do you mean by that, George-san? I mean what I said. I still haven't built up my castle. Once I manage to do that, I'll finally be able to think of myself as an adult. When that happens, I want to marry you.
There's an actual Lego castle. I've seen it. He's been working on it for years.
That's, But my heart won't let me do that anymore. So, I want to give you an engagement ring. Engagement, you say, but I am furniture. Oh, right, that.
Ooh.
Oh. Well then.
Where are we all groaning?
Well then, furniture has to listen to what people say, right? Right now, I'm having a ring made that'll be fitting for you. I think it'll be ready in time for me to bring it to the upcoming family conference.
So this does fit in with what we've seen. This does jive.
I suppose so. I'll give it to you then. So, please, I want you to let me hear your answer, and please make sure nothing terrible happens to you.
Oh no! That's foreshadowing!
If you accept, then I'll proclaim our engagement right there, in front of all the relatives, including grandfather, who will definitely come down from his room at some point and not be incinerated. George-san, that's oddly specific and horrifying. I'm sure some people won't approve of our relationship, but there's no need to look at their faces. What you can do is, you just pick a spot on their forehead, like right between the eyes but an inch or two up, and you focus there. That way you don't have to make eye contact, but like, it's close enough. But you can't just stare, because they'll think it's weird. You have to look away. That's the part I've been working on.
I counted in my head ever so. I've created a data set of periods of looking away to looking back, and I think I found a happy medium.
Anyway, you only have to fill your eyes with me. I will definitely bring you happiness. That's the one thing I can promise you with certainty.
Straight! Boo! Get the streets out of here!
Boo, wait.
I just can't wait to see how it'll ripen. The gold butterflies do not swoop upon the juice of overripe and rotting fruit. Cannot wait for the day of the harvest to come. The time of the banquet here yet. Is this Beatrice?
I guess.
Oh, we're back to glass shattering, huh?
Holy
well,
shit.
You'll have to join us again next time.
Next time.
Next time.
Smash that like, comment and subscribe.